Morning everyone, welcome back to Universal Studios Hollywood. Today is a sunny and warm Saturday morning. It's about 11 o'clock right now and I'm excited to be back inside of the theme park. And Horror Nights hasn't announced a show quite yet, so I believe it's possible that we get a new show for Halloween Horror Nights in the Waterworld Stadium. Not necessarily Slaughter World. I don't know if they even have the ability to bring that back, but maybe Jabberwockies on water? Who knows? We'll see what happens. So I made my way into the theme park. I got my Jamba Juice with an energy boost because I'm tired. We closed out Disneyland yesterday. It's been crazy. We've been going to the theme park every single day. I've been trying to put out videos every single day for you guys as well. So I hope you guys appreciated that. But yeah, look at this. They already have the lighting set up. They're getting ready. I think this might be one of the best years of Horror Nights yet, just based on our current lineup. They still haven't announced the scare zones at the time of this recording. There is one scare zone that has been announced, and we'll take a look at that in just a moment here. But before that, I want to head into the Universal store real quick and take a look and see if they brought any new Horror Nights merch. I mean, they dropped the whole lineup. I don't see why not. But if they didn't, it's okay. I'm sure we'll have the entire store transformation of Horror Nights in just a few weeks here. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, it seems to be the same line of merchandise as of right now. Nothing new quite yet, but I'll keep you guys updated because I come to Universal literally every single day. So, damn, I was just looking at the wait times. It's actually not terrible on the upper lot, but looking down on the lower lot, look at Jurassic and Mario, 100 minutes. Transformers has been down for the past 5 days. I guess technical difficulties, I don't know, but it's been closed for the past 5 days. It wasn't a planned refurbishment. It just, I guess the ride was never able to start up. But it is open today on this Saturday. It's posted at a 60-minute wait. And Monday will be the very last day that the park closes at 10 p.m. After Monday, it'll close at 8 p.m. on weekdays. And then the week after that, it'll close at 7 p.m. on weekdays, but still 10 p.m. on weekend nights. John Murdy, the creative director of Horror Nights, tweeted out that the fire towers will be returning for this year's Horror Nights. A lot of people have been making a big deal about it, saying, how is it possible if we have a big construction wall here? Well, they could either move it back or they can move it forward. They do the same thing every year. I think the only year we didn't have the fire towers was 2019, I believe. I'm not too sure why they didn't have the fire towers that year, but this year it's coming back, so that's nice as always. But I really do hope that they decorate a lot more this year in terms of the scare zones. The event needs to go hard for Halloween. They need to have decorations everywhere. There's no reason for them to not have decorations all over the park. And if there's props and things that are too brutal to show to the public in the daytime, they could just cover it up and then take off the tarp or whatever is blocking it at night before the event starts. But that's the one thing Horror Nights has been lacking: atmosphere. And I can't emphasize that enough. If you were to go to any other event for Halloween, I mean, they're just loaded on decorations around the entire park. I'm actually pretty surprised they haven't started work on the Dia de los Muertos area of the park. This whole part of the park will be transformed to Dia de los Muertos, or in celebration of that. They'll have a bar, taco stand, decorations, all sorts of stuff. But they already started removing the chandeliers over here. So we'll probably see work on the Dia de los Muertos area within the next week or so. Probably Monday. Looks like they have more lighting and stuff set up. Looks like they have those gobos set up as well. More lighting above all the buildings. More lighting over here as well. These are one of the first sets of lights that went up. It doesn't look like they have the gel in, so they haven't finished these up unless they're just... Oh, actually, wait. I don't think these lights need gel. I don't know. But yeah, here's the current situation. When I film my updates, I like to be very thorough with everything that's being put into the park and everything that's new in general. And so I would point out like little details that probably I don't I probably don't need to point out, but they added a few more vines around here. They added a candle over there on the bottom. I'm a big nut when it comes down to detail, especially on haunted houses, because I myself create haunted attractions during the Halloween time. I haven't done it for about a year or so now, but I might do one this year, who knows. But yeah, when I see a lot of detail, I tend to appreciate it. Also, walking through French Street now, looks like they have set up the Scare Zone props, or the early Scare Zone props for this Horror Nights Scare Zone. They've been doing this a lot recently. I'm not a big fan of it. I prefer more like practical props, more like detailed props. But they've been using these like box screens a lot as the decorations, and then these as well, which I'm not a big fan of. Like, I would prefer, like, let's say they turn this into a 3D model instead of, oh well, they could print out this sign, the Pueblo de los I can't say that. But they could turn that into like a little sign and have these like as physical props, so they could add that these zombies or mummies or whatever they are, and the skeletons as a big 3D prop instead of just a 2D sign, you know what I mean? But it doesn't look like they're done quite yet. They're still, I think they just installed this yesterday, so there's still a lot for them to do. I hope we see a lot more decorations. I hope this isn't where they stop. Also, recently they've been extending this Scare Zone out, because this is more of an official Scare Zone now. You can actually walk through it. You don't have to only exit the maze to get through the Scare Zone, which was the case originally. But look, they extended it out here. It's really nice. I like that. But they also set up some lighting over there and there. So I wonder if they're going to utilize this area a little more this year. That'd be nice. Oh, you know what? I actually take my first statement back. They did announce one other Scare Zone. They announced that the Death Eaters, Voldemort's acquaintances? I don't know what they are. I haven't seen Harry Potter. I mean, I've seen Harry Potter, but I don't remember anything from the movies. But yeah, the Death Eaters are coming back to Hogsmeade for Horror Nights, of course. No surprise there. Honestly, we were expecting it, because they usually in the Harry Potter world, even in Orlando, like every year they would bring back the Death Eaters. And since they did it last year, what else are they going to do in the Harry Potter land? They can't have another IP. They can't have an original in Harry Potter world. So they're obviously going to always bring back Death Eaters. They left up some of the decorations from when they had the Death Eaters over the summer. We'll probably see more decorations go up within the next like 2 weeks now. But also, this is going to be a small announcement for you guys if you haven't been tuning into the videos. I'm going to Horror Nights Orlando. I'm very, very excited for that. If you guys used to watch my videos in the past, I went to Orlando's Horror Nights Light, I guess. I don't know what it was called actually, but they had 2 of their haunted houses open, and then they opened Beetlejuice later on. I went through Bride of Frankenstein, and then I also went through the Tooth Fairy haunted house they had. But this year I'm going for the full-blown event, and I'm so excited. I'll be there day 1, September 1st. I'm so excited. I bought my express tickets, I bought the park day ticket, and then I also bought the early admission or whatever. I don't know what it's called. I'm so new to Orlando's stuff, but I'm doing all my research. I'll be well knowledged by the time I get there. I still have more to watch and learn, and I saw Horror Nights is posting like podcasts now, and this is like adding to the lore of Horror Nights Orlando. I noticed that Horror Night Orlando fans are like big fans. They actually have like an actual lore to the event. There's so many Easter eggs, there's so many things involved with that event that we don't actually have here. So I'm so excited to see how they pull theirs off, and I'm so excited to be out there. What I found most interesting is they actually have lights set up over here, and that's really strange because there are construction walls. So I wonder if these will just be pointed down to the floor, or maybe they'll even add a little scare zone. They did something similar last year, but there's not that much room. There's not enough room to put a scare zone here. They could probably have a few wandering scare actors, but that's about it. And here's our current look onto the Fast and Furious coaster project. They're just digging. They're digging and digging deep into the ground, removing that original foundation, I'd imagine, removing the rebar, basically anything that's underground. If you didn't know this, the Castle Theater had a large basement. So they're digging all of that out right now. It takes a second because it's on one giant hill and it goes probably like 40-50 feet into the ground. So it's going to take them some time. I'd imagine they'll start working on pouring in new foundation, putting rebar, everything that needs to go into the ground probably by, I want to say by like next month. And then from there they can start going vertical. But it's going to take a second. So this view probably wouldn't change too much until next month. And if it does, it's probably just going to be less dirt. They'll probably remove all of this stuff over here on the side. I was actually not expecting them to do this fast, but they cut down all the trees over here. With all these trees on the floor, kind of reminds me of that one song, "Let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the floor." This is insane. This is crazy. I wonder if with the coaster they'll add some like theming elements, like you'll drive through maybe different garages. I don't know what the theme of the roller coaster is going to be. They just said Fast and Furious. They didn't really specify anything else. But it'd be cool if you could like drive on a road and then go through buildings and stuff. That'd be cool if they did that. But they really haven't said anything quite yet. And also it'd be pretty difficult to build stuff on the slope of a hill. So we'll see. I'm excited to see the concept art. But again, here's a zoom in shot to the current progress of this area. I won't be talking because the microphone muffles out for some reason when I film this on my phone. That's why I mostly use my camera, but recently it's been giving me some trouble at the parks. Like I've been at the parks all day, or I go to the parks all day, and it just starts hurting my back. My entire camera rig is about 15 pounds, so you could imagine that with the water bottles in my bag and everything else combined. It's probably like a 30-40 pound bag I'm carrying all day. It's almost inevitable. Like I kind of have to bring it to Disney every time I go, just because I never know what I'm gonna see or do. So I always have to bring it to Disney. But Universal, I kind of know what's going on, and I'm so close to home that if I really needed my camera, I would just go home and come back. But I'll obviously use it for horror nights and stuff. But these updates don't necessarily need me to use a ginormous camera. And yeah, okay, so well, I'm gonna zoom on to this. Enjoy. If you guys watched the last update, I talked about bugs just flying everywhere. There were June bugs, weird flies, and weird bugs just flying around in result of them cutting the trees, because who knows what kind of bugs were just living in those trees. They've been around forever. So as soon as they cut those down, that same day there was just bugs flying around, and it's still kind of happening right now, but it's not to the same level because it's almost gone. Almost all the trees are gone now. And they'll probably move them off site and throw them out soon. But yeah, there are still some weird bugs. I saw one over here the other day. Oh, geez, is that the same giant fly? Oh, it's a different one. This one's just a big fly, and it's like moving its hands like it's plotting something. I can't do this, but it's like rubbing its hands together. That's so spooky. It's like it's planning world destruction. That's what that fly is doing right now. But yeah, that'll wrap up today's update here at Universal. I'll see you guys tomorrow in tomorrow's daily video. Yeah, whatever. Alright guys, I'm JP. I'll see you guys in the next one.